Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Angel PT, and for today let me welcome you to the F1 2016. So F1 2016 was developed by the Codemasters, the same guys behind Dirt, Grid, and the latest F1, and, well, Micro Machines. What a bad game. So the engine that they are using is Ego Engine, so we are currently going to play the game. This is the resolutions available. We are going to play the game at 720p with no anti-aliasing, no anisotropic filtering, and all the settings on the minimum. This is even minimum than the ultra low, because this is the ultra low, but I decided to disable the motion blur, so everything completely on the minimums in order to get at least the 30 FPS. So what you are going to see here today is me trying to play well, which is not going to happen, on Monaco with clear day, and I also will play in what's the name of that? Oh, Silverstone with heavy rain. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with Monaco. Let's just make this a little bit more interesting by raising the difficulty. Okay, we'll start. It's loading, and I enabled the MSI Afterburner to display all the stats. I'm recording with OBS. OBS can take up to 3 to 5 FPS, so keep that in mind when looking to the frame rate on the overlay of MSI. If you want to check the frame rate without recording, it's all on the description of the video or by the end of it. Okay, so let's start. I will let some opponents to overtake me to make this a little bit more interesting, and let's go. So guys, with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hope you like it. Really, I don't know how to play too well F1, I don't know the rules, but I will try to get along. So guys, hope you enjoy it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
So we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race. There's a lot of damage to the front wing. We're seeing a significant loss in downforce. A big one. Confirm you're okay, please. at serious risk of disqualification. Behave yourself out there.
And after this round of the World
until we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse. guess they can't all go to plan. Bring her in. We'll go over what happened in the debrief.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So on Monaco with ultra low settings, with the native resolution and with motion blur, which comes by default with the ultra low, what I got was an average of 32 and a minimum of 27, 26, so it's acceptable to play like this. But yes, the frame rate is dropping from the 30s, this is nothing that I wanted. So I decided to target 720p instead of the native resolution, and I decided to disable motion blur from the ultra low, which makes the game in the absolutely minimum possible. And the average was 36 and the minimum of 30, 29, so it was much more acceptable in Monaco. Okay, so let's check now about Silverstone. We have here more and less more of the same. So on Silverstone with the ultra low, what we got is an average of 33, again some frames lower than 30 FPS, and as for 720p with the minimum settings, what I got was an average of 36 with the minimum around 31, 29. So yeah, this game pretty much guarantees me an experience around the 30s with minimum frames around 29. Maybe the worst case scenario is some tracks is 28. I think it's very acceptable. Obviously 60 FPS would be perfect for this game, but with this laptop 30 FPS, the minimum settings aren't that ugly. 720p is kind of a luscious thing by now in this laptop. I think it's pretty playable, especially if we play with the gamepad. So yeah, pretty playable. F1 2016, it's playable on this laptop, so don't be afraid to buy it as long as you play with these settings and with this frame rate. Okay, so let's check now the consistency regarding the 30 FPS. With the ultra low settings, 9% of the frames was lower than 30 FPS, while with 720p minimum, this is the mix of the two tracks, what I got was just 0.5% of the frames lower than 30 FPS, so very good. So about other stuff, the game used 1.3 GB of VRAM for these settings. The RAM usage was around 4.6. I'm not really sure if 4 GB is enough for this game, but I believe it is. But I still recommend you to have at least 6 GB of RAM for this game. CPU usage was around the 50s and 70%, so the usage was a little bit high, which is kind of good too. It means that the engine can take advantage of the threads of the CPU, and the GPU usage was giving its maximum. Okay, so that's all that I want to talk about F1 2016. Hope you did enjoy the video and the accidents and the benchmarks and the results. So if you want to support this channel, which I would thank you a lot for this, because there is a lot of multiplayer games that people want me to test and I don't have the money for that. And you can support me via Patreon, you can support me via PayPal, or you can support me via Kinguin. There is these 3 ways which you can support the channel if you care about the channel. So it's all in the description. So that's all, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.